everyone, welcome to Women Work Your Faith. My name is Sylvia.
And I'm Kanisha.
And today in this video, we are going to share some tips with those of you who are interested in ways to improve your walk with the Lord and how you engage with Him in your day-to-day life.
Yes. In the new year, we often like, okay, I'm going to start Bible plans and I'm going to do this. I'm going to pray more. Right? I'm going to study more. Or I'm going to start going to church. I'm start attending Bible. So, whatever it is. And then you do good for like 2 weeks. And then week 3, you be like, I don't know. I think I'm just going, Tip number 1. Don't have selective memory. We be having selective memory. And it didn't just start with us. They was like in the Bible too. I'm going to share with y'all a little story. I'm going to make it real brief because I want to get to the points. So,
that's not brief.
And you know what?
I just drew a blank.
I don't think that I can briefly tell that.
Maybe this is you. You're in a situation. The situation is foul. You don't like it. It's not working out. This isn't where you want to be. You don't know how you got here.
No.
You're trying to figure out how to get out of it.
Where am I?
Right. But you don't have no way out of the situation. You're not making any progress. You're not going anywhere. Your life is not moving forward. Lord, get me out this situation. If you get me out this situation, you know how we do. We start negotiating. I'll serve you. I'm going to pray more. I'm going to read my Bible. I'm going to take my kids to Sunday school.
Everybody's there. Lord, if you get me out this time.
The children of Israel got out that time.
Sure did.
In a marvelous way. They got out with the big bang, firework, everything. Okay, they got out. They done crossed over. They singing. They got their tambourines. You know how you see them people? They be doing the. Okay.
All of it.
He turned it. Okay. That was them on the other side of the Red Sea.
How long did that last?
For 3 days. Then they turned. Let me know if this is still you. I need to go back to my situation. I don't like it over here. This ain't working. What'd you bring me out here for? I ain't trying to do all this.
I'm not trying to do this, Lord. And yet I'm out here. Take me back.
Take me back.
I'm going back. Ain't even nothing to go back to.
Nothing to go back to. But in their minds, there was, and they had a list. What was on the list?
Food.
The little things that appeal to our senses. Something that we like to touch, something that we like to taste, something that we like to feel. Maybe it's hot over here. I won't be over here no more. Well, they were hungry.
Food. We talked about that King Stomach. And King Stomach will take you on a trip. It had them ready to go back to captivity.
Ready to go back to captivity after he turned it.
For some leeks, onions, melon, fish. Because I'm not satisfied with what you have given me, Lord. This manna is boring. When we was over in Egypt, everything was great because we had all the food that we wanted. They so worried about the food that they forgot about everything else. What about the fact that they were in captivity? You were like slaves.
And that you cried out to be delivered from that. So it was great when you were there, according to your selective memory. It's only picking out the highlights, right? But when you were there, you were crying out to get out of there.
To be delivered.
We seem to just remember the little piece of our misery that we enjoyed. Instead of the overall concept that you were miserable. This was not good for you.
Selective memory.
So you're in that moment, you're like, I got to get out of this situation. This is bad. I got to change my life. I got to improve things. But then you start working towards it, and the challenges you face in improving all of a sudden seem worse than what you came out of. But that's not true. It's just your memory playing tricks on you. Yeah.
It's our selective memory. So I don't want to find myself in that where I'm just solely looking at the good that was in the bad situation. And you know, it's not even always good. It's just, it feels better than what I'm going through right now.
Right.
Because anytime we start something new, it's a process. You have to stay in it for the long haul. So we got to work not to have selective memory. Don't just remember the good from the bad situation. It was all bad. That's why you wanted to change it. Don't be discouraged by people. People will send you, we can let the right person or the wrong person get our ear.
And they'll have the whole ship. Sink the whole ship.
Another, because it's in the Bible. We always say that, right? It's in the Bible. It's in there.
It's in there.
Okay, another short story.
I don't know if I can do it that short again, but let's try. Maybe this is you.
Just maybe.
Just maybe. You're in pursuit of your goals and your ambitions, right? You've come out of your situation, you're in that transition stage, and success is just over the horizon, right? But that's,
I almost see it.
You can see it, but there's some obstacles. Maybe you need to get your degree. Maybe you need to work and change your hours. Maybe you need to make some repairs to your house. Maybe you need to fix that car. Maybe you need to sacrifice some time in prayer. Maybe you need to work as a Sunday school teacher, a missions worker, a deacon, a usher. There's some work involved.
Work.
In obtaining that success that you can see. It's just over the horizon. And then here come the voices over here. You can do it. It's awesome on this side.
Now you can't. It look too hard. You're not gonna be able to do it.
Look at that over there. It's great. It's wonderful.
No, it's not. Look at all the extra stuff that's around it.
Which voice you gonna listen to? Okay? That's what happens again to the children of Israel. And that's what happens to us. What we're working towards is gonna be challenging. But you can see it and it's promised to you. And God said, hey, this is for you. I'm gonna give it to you.
Moses sent them out to spy the land so that they could figure out what they were going to be up against. You know, let's see what's there, because this is the land flowing with milk and honey. Let's go find out about it. He sent 12 of them. 12. 2 came back with a good report. And, you know, and I don't even know to say it was a good report, but at least they spoke, you know, life, victory. We can do this.
They came back with the truth.
The Debbie Downers don't know. We might as well just stay. Let's go back. They want to
go back.
Let's go back. It's so easy to go back because it's our norm. And we find comfort in the norm. That is the message that Caleb and Joshua came back with. We are capable. Yep, it's milk and honey over, but the Lord's with us. We can overtake them big people. They big. They said we were like grasshoppers compared to them. And when we are taking on new situations, it can seem like it's huge. Like, how can I handle this? Because it's just too much for me.
To your point about not getting discouraged by people, if you believe in people, they will discourage you, which is why you have to put your faith in God. If they had believed in God in so many instances, their situation in the wilderness would have been totally different and much shorter.
Shorter.
Much shorter.
We can prolong it.
And it's the same thing for us. So if you have a goal and you are working towards something with God, your experience could be so much better, and the trial and the obstacle can probably be a lot shorter if you have that faith in Him and not in the naysayers.
Tip number 3, keep the end in mind. Whatever reason it is that we decide that we want to make change, there's a good reason for it. And if we get distracted because we only remember the good about a certain situation, or we get distracted because people or ourselves are just talking down on what it is that we're trying to accomplish, and we forget what it is that we're working to. We can let somebody talk us right down off the wall. What did Nehemiah say? I'm not coming down from this declaration that I've made because I've decided that I'm going to pray more. I've decided that I'm going to study my word more. I've decided that I'm going to be faithful to my church services. I've decided I'm going to be a better person. Whatever it is, we can't let the selective memory and the naysayers turn us around. We have to keep the end in mind and constantly work towards it. And whatever steps you're taking to get to your end goal is not in vain. We just have to keep stepping and don't go back. So that is my 3 tips. Don't have selective memory. Be careful who you let get your ear. You don't want the people to turn you away. And keep the end in mind.
So we gave y'all 3 tips with a lot of backup. And if you can't find yourself in some of that, you just ain't human.
Well, if we didn't make it clear enough, go read it.
Yes.
Because when you read it, you can really see the argument and you can really see what Caleb and Joshua were up against, because everybody was speaking against them.
And you'll really, even in the first example we gave.
Yes.
Because I remember reading it and thinking, they complain about everything. Every time I turn the page, God do a miracle, and on the next page, they mad again.
Well, they really do complain about a lot.
It's us. It took me a long time to be like, oh, wait a minute, I do that. I do that.
You know, we hard on the children of Israel, but the truth is, we do the same thing.
Yes. So use them with the 3 tips to reflect on yourself, and it will help you continue on this journey with success.
Starting strong, finishing strong.
Yep. So leave us your tips in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.